Hey there, Weekly Piano here. So Mitchell requested that I show you some cool chord progressions to do with seventh chords. I'm feeling pretty good, just had a nice meal here at the hotel for rehearsals for an upcoming tour, and I'm just going to mess around and show you a few cool things and kind of riff on some stuff. So, computer, get into the zone a little bit. There are so many things you can do with seventh chords, and these are just so you can take these chord progressions and you can transpose them to any key, and change them. Change the seventh that you're using. Maybe use a dominant 7. Maybe turn it to a minor 7. But anyway, so we have. We'll start with C. That's kind of a cool way to do a seventh chord, like between the 3 and the 7, and then the 5 and the 9. If you want to like. And then, well, here, let's just like kind of improvise. I'm keeping it pretty basic here, but that's just a purely major 7 progression, which is I'm using my melody note as the major 7, and it's C, and then I go up a minor 3rd to E flat with the melody note still on the major 7, and then the melody note on the major 7 of D flat. That's gonna go. And then back to the 1. So flat 3, flat 2, 1. All I did there was modulate from a B triad to a C. That's the cool thing about major 7 chords, is you can keep that as the melody note, but if you play a B major triad below it, it makes that the 1 of the B major. It gives a weird dissonance, and then you can bring it back to the 1. Or you could do, so that what I did there was a sus 4, which has the 7 in it. It's sort of like a dominant. Anyway, I'm not going to show you that in detail right now. So. Oh, here's a cool one. The major 1, major 7 to the minor 4. Another cool thing is when you have the major 7 chord, you can put a sharp 4 on it, which essentially is a D major triad over C, the triad of the 2 over the 1. So you have all those notes, and it's kind of a cool sound. It makes it brighter. And then you do that to a minor 4, and it really shifts the tonality. Check this out. So major 1 with a sharp 4 to minor 4 to dominant to dominant 7 on the flat 7. So B flat, dominant 7, 1 major with a sharp 4 to minor 4 to dominant flat 7. just ended on was the dominant flat 7, but I put a C major triad over it, which gives it the sharp 4, because your normal scale here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. But if you make it sharp 4, it's 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. Pretty cool, right? Alright, let's see what else. I mean, you don't need to do all this in C. Like, you know, here's A major, same progression. And it gives a different sound, you know? Which is just A major 7, D minor 7, G dominant 7, back to A major 7. So Mitchell was saying that he goes through the circle of fifths a lot, which is cool. Like, it takes you all around, but it's not. When you do go the whole way, it's not so musical. So what you can do is actually pick a progression and then do that in all the keys. So like, let's just say I'm going to do a sus chord. I know you're asking about 7th chords, but a sus is sort of like a 7, but it just has a little more, it's a little more, you know, there's more you can do with it, in my opinion. So all that this really is you have we're in C, but then it's sort of like you're doing a G minor triad, G minor 7 over C. Because you have your 5, your 7, your 9, and your 4. That's why it's a sus 4 chord, right? So instead of the 3, you're using the 4. That's really all it is, and then use your 13 in there too. So maybe your chord progression is C sus to E flat sus to F sus to B flat sus. Maybe put the sharp 4 in there. To F dominant 7 or sus, they're very similar. B flat sus. And then maybe all I did there was essentially a G altered 7, so over the 3, so B and then the flat 9 and then the B again, sharp 5, 7 and sharp 9. I know it's a lot of stuff there, but that's like it leads nicely to the 1. All sus chords. And you may alter it. That could be a minor 4 to the 7, and then, but now with that, then change the key. So maybe you take the key up a minor 3rd. Same thing, now we're just in E flat sus, minor 3 sus, 4 sus, flat 7 sus, and then take it up another minor 3rd to F sharp. See, sometimes maybe it's minor, maybe it's a minor F sharp minor with a major 6. Up another minor 3rd. do that with major. So a major 1. Ooh, what is that sound? It's a car out there. Sorry. Major 1 to major flat 3, major 4 to major dominant 7. It doesn't sound as good actually. I would stick with sus. Maybe it's a vacuum. I always have weird reactions to noises in apartments or hotels. I'm in a hotel now. When there are noises coming from other apartments because of a neighbor who didn't like me playing piano a while ago when I had an apartment in LA who like made my life a living hell, banging on the walls, and I mean I'm sure I made his life a living hell too by playing piano, so it was an equal exchange. Anyway, I'm a little traumatized by that, so I always get a little irked out but when I hear like weird noises coming from other units. Anyway, as long as we're hanging out, let's see what else we got. Oh, here's a cool thing. Superimposing chord progressions. So like, check this out. So we're in, I'll take it back to C just to be, you know. Oh, by the way, if you do that and you go up by minor thirds, so you did the chord progression in C, E flat, F sharp, and A, make sure you hit all the keys if you're trying to practice it. So then take that up a half step and do D flat, E, G, and B flat, and then take that up a half step and do D, F, A flat, and B, and then you've covered all the keys for that chord progression, you know? So like, check this out. So this is a major, that's just chromatic planing. That's just a major triad up there, which is making up, so a C major, any major chord can be composed, any major 7, you can use the triad of the 5, right? That's just a G triad. So that's a G triad, right? G, B, and D. So what happens if you take that a half step up? Right? So G triad to A flat triad, which essentially makes this interesting, I mean there are a ton of ways to explain this chord, but I would just do it as a superimposed A flat major for now. If you really want to go into what polychords are and the theory behind them, that's another video. So G, A flat, to B flat, to B, and I'm thinking of it melodically, right? Modulation, but there's a whole world of sound in there, right? practice because I have a show this Saturday in New York. If anyone's going to be there, please let everybody know. But this video is going to be up a lot longer than that. Anyway, it's May 20th, 2017 that the show is in New York. I know I'm being complicated here, but that's just a D major triad over C. Right? Why do I keep saying right? I've got to fix that. So many things to fix about myself. I feel like that should give you a little bit of ammunition. I wonder if there's so many cool progressions you could do. Like, you obviously know the general ones, like the 1 to flat 7, or minor. So here's one of the songs, a worldwide hit song that I've played way too many times now. It's called Closer, which we performed on the VMAs last year. Anyway, that is, and I performed a couple days ago, which is just the flat 6 to the flat 7 to the 1 to the flat 6. That's a really pretty pop chord progression that you can turn into so many things. We're in F minor right now. Just doing flat 6, flat 7, 1, flat 6, and it's all in tenths, so 1, 5, 10 of each chord. 1, 5, 10, 1, 5, 10, 1, 5, 10, and then there's an ostinato. All I did was keep that melody note there on the A flat, but then change it so that the actual chord was E major. So that becomes the major 3. And then you could change it to D major, so that becomes the sharp 4, and then back to your normal chord progression. I'm going to stop doing this video so that I can do more scales and try to get my chops back together for next Saturday. I hope this video is helpful to you, Mitchell especially. Thank you so much for your support, and everybody else. I hope you enjoy, and let me know if you have any other vids that you want. Thanks.